Alright, well, welcome to my Spectacle Island. Kind of a preliminary setup. Nothing here is finalized. Everything is just kind of built with an end goal in mind. But for now, I decided to build on the water because there's less likely to be spawns. You know, you're not going to have bad guys spawning in the water, right? So I built on the water. So first I put some water filtration system down, some water pumps, and then I kind of put the floor plan around them. I later put more around them when I realized that this was going to work and that I didn't have to worry about people spawning in here. At least so far so good anyway. Got a bunch of beds. First floor, I put some stores down here, nothing big. I obviously need to throw some lights up, but I don't plan on keeping this here anyway. I went ahead and threw some food down here just because the land was there, whatever. Upstairs, it's even less organized than the first floor. I have, some lights and stuff. Got a casino area over here. Some power. Picnic tables. Got the bar over here. Some stuff to make them happy. But this is all preliminary and just so that I could see what would happen when bad guys spawn. That was my whole thing. I wanted to see what would happen with this over here. Would the people even use it? Because for a while they actually wouldn't congregate over here. It took a while before they started. And then I put some defense up here and I got some, some missile launchers, some turrets. Alright, so then I put that there. Big whoop. Okay, so moving on. Now, then the other thing was, after I did put this here, what would happen when bad guys spawned? Well, I found out that they're way too sporadic. I would get an announcement, Spectacle Island's under attack, and so I'd fly down here, well, let me see what's going on. And, like, I'd have 3 guys over there, and 3 guys, like, way, way, way over there, it was difficult. Sometimes I'd be sitting here for a while just trying to figure out where the bad guys are. So I decided to build a defense system that I'm going to be building around. So understand, again, this is all kind of preliminary. As you can see, I got a lot of pillars. Again, I did that for, I do pillars because I like the idea of it being somewhat gravitational, actually, relying on physics and all that. But I think I did a pretty nice job with the turrets, and then I also have some defense stuff up here too. But the turrets down there, all pointing down, and then you come over here. Uh, yeah, same thing, just more turrets, just all pointed around, making sure. I think I've pretty much gotten everything as possible. Now this is to give you an idea of what it's going to look like later. Because this area right here, you can see is, it's got a 9 square grid here. I plan on doing more of those to connect everything. I have to make more construction space, but you keep going down. Again, same thing. I use so pillars with more turrets around them. I think, I mean, I may not have covered it completely perfectly, but I think for the most part, wherever bad guys spawn, I'm going to be protected by these turrets somehow or another. So I'm not going to build anything until I get attacked a couple more times, just to get an idea. So I'm going to come all the way over here. As you can see, there's more turrets facing that house. And I still have some stuff on the ground, too, some various defense things. But the turrets are up nice and high, and the power supply is still back over the water, as I was showing earlier. And but the idea is plenty of defense, and I might expand over to that area more. I'm not sure yet. I have to see basically how effective this is when Spectacle Island is attacked. And then if this works, then I plan on basically connecting this area here to that area over there, and just kind of putting more like stores and roofs and stuff over it, so that this will basically be the live area. So everybody will be living like 2 to 3 stories above the island, essentially, and the ground area will just be for whenever bad guys spawn, because They can be anywhere. I had super mutants where I couldn't, where there was just like one super mutant like way 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 over here, and all the others were way 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 over there. Like, it's difficult to defend against that because you don't know where they're coming from, and you would think, since I had concentrated all of my resources, over the water, that they would rush it. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting them to be like, "Oh, there it is, let's go get it," and they don't do that. They just kind of aimlessly wander around until they run across somebody. It got to where at one point I left because I thought I was done being attacked and I was wrong. And then, the system was like, oh, Spectre Island failed to defend itself. So basically, what you're looking at over there isn't going to stay. It's kind of just going to be moved over here where we're all going to be above it. But I want to wait and see what happens when we're attacked a couple times first. So this was my Spectacle Island. So I did this to give you kind of a, I mean, this is an amazing way to build. What would be nice though, you still only have the same limits of NPCs on Spectacle Island as you do anywhere else, and that's a little silly. You should be able to break Spectacle Island up into 4 or 5 sections so that you get like 25 NPCs per section. I mean, this thing is huge. You should be able to make it as big as Diamond City or something. So, if there's a mod that breaks Spectacle Island up into multiple segments, I'd like to mess around with that a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to keep trying to build my charisma with different armor pieces I managed to obtain here and there, so that hopefully I can get even more people on this island. But right now I'm at like 24 or 25. 25, I think, counting the robot. I'm not sure. Alright, so there's my Spectacle Island build. Again, it is preliminary. It's not finished. But hopefully, maybe it will inspire some ideas from you on what you can do to build some defense over here. And keep in mind the way the enemies spawn, which is kind of ridiculous. I think, if it were up to me, that enemies that spawn should do so outside of the building area and not in the building area. It's really messing with a couple of my settlements. But there you go. Have fun. I hope you enjoyed.